everyone, welcome to another video, a new video. Today I thought I would just use some time that I had to do some decluttering because oh my gosh, do I need to declutter. So you may or may not be able to tell from behind me, but we're in our newly renovated bedroom. This is somewhat of a sneak peek. I have done, or I've like done a little bit of a reno vlog, but I haven't done like the final clips and all that kind of stuff yet. So this is like almost a little bit of a sneak peek because we still have things that need doing in here, like very minor things. But I really wanted to get on with decluttering. So this afternoon, Brad isn't here, he's gone out with his friends. I'm not feeling 100%, so I just thought I'm gonna use this time to just do the bits that I've been like itching to do in here. It's been one of those processes where I wanted to declutter anyway, and then we started the renovation process. And whilst everything was like out and about, I just had this like huge urge to like do everything, but I couldn't because nothing was in its right place. So now that we're kind of at that point, that is what I want to do today. So I'm going to go through my wardrobes. I'm going to go through this chest of drawers that you're sat on. I'm going to go through my dressing table, which is over here, like the makeup and all that kind of stuff, and decide like what I am and aren't going to use. I want to try and get through a lot of my makeup and really like decrease the size of it. So I want to go through all of that. And then I also want to go through the boxes I have under the bed because I have a lot of my like seasonal clothes under there. So I've got like my summer clothes, I still have some winter clothes under there. I have like my Christmas clothes, like with the jumpers and stuff. But because of when we started, basically because of when we went on holiday and then started doing this room, I never fully switched over my summer to winter wardrobe either. So I still have like loads of pairs of shorts in the wardrobe and all that kind of stuff. And I know that there's things in those bags that I haven't worn in a very long time. So I may as well get rid of them. Same with a lot of the shoes I have in the wardrobe. I'm desperate to get rid of some of the shoes I have in there. I've got so many pairs of heels that I just don't wear, and I'm never gonna have a reason to wear them again. I know what kind of heels I like wearing. I know like the shoes and the style that I now go for, and a lot of them are just not it, and I've kept them as a just in case, and I hate that mentality. So I've got a lot of stuff to get rid of. But first things first, I don't know if you can see my dressing table, but we went out last night. Not why I'm feeling ill today, may I add. But we went out last night, got back really late. There's just a few bits and pieces out, admittedly not a lot. So I'm gonna do a really quick tidy. And then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight over to my drawers, and that's not drawers, they're wardrobes. I'm going to go straight over to my wardrobes and get out as much as I can, have like a filter through things. We've got boxes up at the top that I want to go through. Like there's so much to pull out and look at. So that is where we're going to start. A lot of this is probably going to be time-lapsed / I might even do a voiceover and then like a few clips like this. Just because it's very quiet in this house, if not, and I want to like watch something or like listen to something. The dog's here and he gets on so much better if there's a bit of noise. So yes, I'm gonna time lapse and do things. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy this video. Like I mentioned, there's a little baby here, but regardless, let's get tidying. Okay, again, I don't know how much of this you can see, but we have a pile here which is summer clothes that need to go into storage. I have a bag somewhere, I just need to find it. We have a pile at the end which is things that can go to charity and or sell. And then down the other side of the bed, and like these, oh my god, what am I getting here? These two boxes here are shoes that I no longer want and I'm going to sell. Or like there's a pair of trainers that need to go to charity because there's a bit of paint on them, but the trainers themselves are like absolutely fine. So yes, I feel like better about that. The wardrobe needs a really good clean because of all the dust, but I think I'm going to go through clothes and things first and then do the cleaning side of it. Oh my god, there's so many things on. I have the Hoover going and the bread maker's going and there's just beeping and I don't know what's happening. So yeah, the wardrobe has kind of been cleared out now, which is really good. The boxes up at the top, one has some summer sandals in and like a hat and stuff, and then the other one is completely empty, which is really, really good, because that means that when I get bits from under the bed, I can like move things around a little bit, which is really, really good. So I don't know whether to go under the bed or into the drawers now. I think I might go into the drawers and kind of get that side done. But yeah, really positive about the wardrobe. That was much, much quicker than I thought it was going to be. I feel like I may have overestimated how much I had to declutter because there isn't that much. I have like all of my summer clothes out, but there's not that much to like declutter. It's more just like moving things around. I've done my drawers. I got rid of 2 things. Well, actually no, there's more. I've put quite a few bits into wash so that I can sell them, which is, I think, fine. But yeah, it's not going too badly. I think I'm going to do this unit quite quick now. And then I do think it's going to be quite quick. And then I can just move things around and get those bits up from under the bed and like actually start organising those. So let's go. So I think I'm in quite a good place for the moment. I've got a whole heap of stuff on this table that needs throwing away and moving around, and a whole heap of stuff on the bed that needs sorting out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and have a little lunch, like a snack, get rid of a lot of this, decide what I can take to Boots as their recycle scheme and like what needs emptying, etc. So I'll do all of that, what needs throwing away, and then once I've had something to eat, I will probably come back in and sort all of this stuff out. Like I said, the bags that are under the bed, I really need to go through, like actually go through and get rid of a lot of stuff. So that's probably going to be the rest of my afternoon. So yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. I spent way too long watching things on the TV. I don't really eat much, but you know when you like then put a show on and it's a whole hour and you're like, oh, I'll just watch a bit of it, and then you watch the whole thing. Anyway, back in the bedroom now. We now have the addition of 2 bags on the bed. So let me move you down a bit more. There we go. So this one here is my winter clothing bag, which is like half full. And then this one over here is my summer clothing bag. But actually looking at it, there's definitely some winter things in there because I can see big fluffy trousers. So what I'm going to do is, just because I know that I can put my summer bits like straight away, I'm going to go through the winter stuff first. I'm going to get out what I want for the rest of the season. Leave things in there that I know I don't necessarily need anymore but might use next year, and then get some things out that I know I don't want. Like there's some trackies in here that I know I don't want. Like I've had them for like 2 years and they still leave fluff everywhere. They're so annoying. So there's bits in there that I know I need to go through. And then my summer stuff, which also has a bit of winter in it, I'm going to go through that, take again the bits out that I don't want or need. Any winter bits that are in there that I'm keeping, I will put in the winter bag, and then I'll put all of my summer stuff back in there. And then my goal is to actually like properly vacuum pack these bags, and they'll go in the boxes up in the top of my wardrobe, so that my seasonal, like basically so my clothes are up away and I don't have to like get into those boxes quite like frequently. Essentially what I want under the bed is things that I really, really don't need to get very often. So like Christmas stuff will go under there. And then the things that I do get quite often, so like the bedding will go under the bed, because then I don't have to climb up to get it every time. So yes, I'm going to do what I've basically done already. I'm going to stop crouching to get into this camera lens. I'm going to watch the rest of this show, and I'm going to do these bits. And then once I've done these bits, I'm going to take myself off shopping, because why not? Our shops all close quite early, so I need to do this kind of quickly so that I can get out. But yeah, let's do it. Hi, welcome back. Today's actually Monday. I lied on Saturday when I said I was going to come back. I ended up doing no DIY at all. No, let me rephrase that. I ended up doing no decluttering at all yesterday, because we actually ended up doing DIY instead, which again I will show in that other video. So it's Monday evening, I have finished work, I've taken the dog for a walk, which is why I'm in these very unflattering pyjama bottoms, but we're going to move on from that. I'm going to take you into 3 rooms in the house today to do a little bit of the decluttering that I didn't do on Saturday. Just to preface this as well, I'm really sorry if the lighting is bad. It's late at night, it's throwing it down, and I'm using the main light, so my camera looks different, but I don't know if it's going to show up like that properly. So today I'm going to go through jumpers, knitwear and coats. It should be a very, very quick declutter, which is why I'm doing it like now before I make dinner. But first of all, I'm going to go into this wardrobe, which looks identical to mine, however it's Brad's wardrobe. But I have all of my knitwear in here. Now I kind of know what I want to get rid of. There's some bits in here that I just do not wear. So I'm just going to grab those out. I'm really fussy with knitwear. Some years I wear loads of stuff, some years I wear like nothing, so I'm just going to grab out the bits I know I definitely want to go. So, got this one. I've realised this year that there's some like big gaps in my wardrobe for knitwear that I want to like fill, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm also thinking of getting rid of this one. I've had it for a very long time. It just doesn't go with a lot of things. I'm going to get rid of that. If I regret it, but I have like another stripy jumper here, so it's fine. And I think that might be it, because I feel like I need to replace some of these before I get rid of them. Okay, the second decluttering stop. Again, very bad lighting, I do apologise. But this is Brad's office, and behind me is all of my like jumpers, and like I have my cardigans in here. I don't know why they're not with my knitwear, but I have my cardigans. And then we have some of Brad's bits, and then we have a few of my coats. Again, I kind of know what I want to get rid of from this section, so I'm just going to pull things. Coat-wise, I definitely know I want to get rid of this one. I haven't worn it in like 2 years. It's always been a little bit tight, and because my body shape has changed quite a bit recently, it's definitely tighter. But it's also quite a bold coat for me. Like I don't really wear patterned things anymore. So I'm gonna sell that. A lot of my coats are always secondhand. I can't remember if I ever said this on here. I very rarely pay full price for a coat because a lot of people buy coats, wear them for like 1 year or not at all, and then sell them back on. So I don't think I've paid full price for a coat in, oh my god, at least 10 years, I'd say. For example, this like Topshop one, I always wanted it. I couldn't justify spending like the 90 quid, I think it was, back when they first came out. And I ended up getting it on Vinted for 25 quid last year, and I love this coat. So yeah, top tip if you're a coat person, like, get them on Vinted. They're so much better. I actually think I need to retire this into a memory box as well. This is my university jumper. I don't have a memory box, but I feel like I need to create one, and I need to pop this in it because I don't have it yet. I'm going to keep it here, but this will move from here eventually. On to the next section. Okay, and the last section today is the hallway cupboard, which houses all of our coats. Because we're a dog household, this got really packed, like really packed, and it didn't need to be. There's coats in here, well, there's at least one coat in here I know I need to get rid of completely because it's wrecked. But we also have like all of our tote bags in this side here, and I think I can narrow that down. And I think I can narrow down some of our reusable bags as well. Down. I'm actually going to do a shop for our local food bank at some point soon. And one of the things they do actually say that they need are like bags for life and reusable bags. So I'll pop everything in like a place for them. I'm so sorry if you can hear noises as well. The dog's following me around. He's currently itching his face, so apologies. Right, let's get started. Love this scarf. Haven't worn it this year, but I do really like it. I love this jacket, but it's going horrid. I don't think I can give this to charity either because it is completely wrecked, so I will pop it somewhere. I've got rid of 2 coats. I've got one that I want Brad to have a look at because I think we can get rid of it. But I do, oh my god, I forgot I had this. This can go. Does anyone else have scarves for different reasons? Like, this is my nice, I want to look cool scarf. This is my nice, like, neutral scarf. I have a dog walking scarf. I have a lightweight dog walking scarf. Tempted to get rid of this because I have the blue one. And then again, there's a couple of bits on here that are Brad's, and I don't want to make that call for him. He's going to be encouraged strongly to have a bit of a declutter as well at some point soon. No person on earth needs this many tote bags. Okay, I'm gonna keep the ones that have like meaning to us or that we like, so like band ones or like work ones. Again, work ones I'm gonna put to one side and I'm gonna let Brad decide on, because they're not my old workplaces, they're his. And you never know how much nostalgia people have for things. Okay, I'm not gonna go in and show you, but that's much more organised now. So I have large tote bags, smaller tote bags, like one general one that we don't really use very much anymore, and then I have a pile of ones that I want Brad to go through. And then also going on these hooks are our waterproof trousers. I do have water resistant like leggings and stuff, which I wore like tonight, but if we're going on a particularly long walk and it's really gross, these are pretty good, to be fair. Now down here we have this chest of drawers that we got, well, set of drawers that we got, to be fair, not that long ago, like literally a couple of months ago. But I already know that there's stuff in here that doesn't need to be in here, so I'm gonna move. That's okay. Come back. Come on. Bruiseless nightmare. And then I'm gonna go through these. So I know that the top one's fine because we use the top one often. What I am going to do is I'm going to turn these bags around so they don't get caught. Okay, that was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. I got rid of a couple of bits. I have like a really big paper bag here. Again, I don't really need this. I might take this upstairs. This could be handy for presents. But I've got a couple of bits I need to go through with Brad, and that's fine. So let me tally up everything that I've decluttered. I'll come back to you. Okay, but for today's declutter, I've had to write it down because I used my phone to film. We got rid of like a decent amount of stuff to say that took me like 10-15 minutes before I made dinner. So I've got rid of 3 coats, 3 pieces of knitwear, 2 jumpers, 1 pair of gloves, 2 scarves, 1 hat, 8 tote bags, 2 pairs of like disposable flip-flops, 1 pair of slippers, and 4 reusable bags, like bags for life type thing. I'm really happy with that. Let me add that up very quickly. That's 27 things that I have just been able to get rid of in the space of about 15 minutes. About 90% of it will be going to either charity or to be sold because it's not bad stuff, it's just stuff that I don't use anymore. There's a few bits that can't, like the flip-flops, and like one of the tote bags was completely wrecked. But in all honesty, I'd say that's like really good going. I'm not going to sit here and say there's like a really noticeable difference in like the cupboards. I do need Brad to go through his things as well, and we might make a little bit more like room for things. But very good for a Monday evening. I still have quite a few more areas to go through. I think next up on my list is going to be my books because I think I can do that in like a lunch break or something. But I will be back with you for the next declutter at some point. I'm going to put a number somewhere of how much we've decluttered in 2 days as like a tally, and we'll just kind of keep going and seeing how many things I can declutter at the end of this.